Hey guys, welcome to another phenomenal episode. I just can't wait to unpack all of this that I just want to pour out. And I hope last week's masterclass was was useful, was you were able to apply, you were able to walk away from smallness and make quite bold decisions. Or should I say bolder decisions? All right. So this session, however, is for every high performer that is ticking boxes, that is showing up, that is staying busy, but they feel stuck in cycles. So if you're productive but paralyzed, your hands are moving, but there is no obvious breakthroughs. And it's not just about efforts, it's about the beliefs that are powering your effort. So I want us today to go under the hood as though we're going under the car to find out the hidden beliefs that are sabotaging us for our next level and just build a framework to break free. I want you to be honest with yourself. I want you to refuse to be offended and just be open to the things that are being shared, the things that you will hear even now. Now, pause. Let's start with this thinking question. Think about the last 30 days. How busy were you on the scale of 1 to 10? How busy were you? When you write that, you want to now ask yourself, how effective were you in producing results? So it's one thing to be busy, it's another thing to have a matching result. So you can be really busy doing nothing, you can be very busy doing absolutely nothing. So you want to know what's the frame of my business? What am I busy doing? What am I paying attention to? What am I giving my time? That could sabotage me. Busyness feels productive. Busyness feels productive. So your brain rewards you with dopamine when you check off tasks. Imagine that you had a to-do list that is like 10 pages long and then you are done it. The relief, the excitement, the anticipation that, oh, finally I'm done this thing. And the truth is this, our brain prefers predictable busy work over risky breakthrough work. So our brain wants us to stay comfortable, to stay within the confines of what we know, what we have. But most high performers, yeah, they hide in productivity to avoid the discomfort of real growth. This year, the kind of schedule that I've run, I had to sit down one day and introspect and ask myself, Rejoice, are you growing or are you busy? Are you actually growing or is all you are busy? Are you just pouring, 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 and there's no system for you to be filled, to grow, to replenish? You can be the hardest worker in the room and you can be far from purpose, especially when you're not brave enough to do the deep, scary work. Some of us are scared to kind of like sit with our own selves. We're scared to sit and say, listen, I'm struggling with this. This is an issue. This needs to be worked on. For example, spending 3 hours to design a logo that you can obviously outsource instead of 15 minutes to send a sales email, or planning a conference for 6 months but never promoting it publicly because you're afraid of being rejected. You want to do an audit of your life, an audit of your schedule, and ask yourself, what do I do consistently that feels productive but does not actually move me to my big moments, to my big breakthroughs, to my becoming? So things like endless research over luncheon, or choosing to consistently polish your presentations instead of actually pitching them, or coaching everyone for free but never asking for a sale. You want to list it out, and then we'll come back to it. Now, behind every fake productivity habit is a belief. So you don't have an action problem, you have a belief problem. So there's a hidden belief loop that starts with what you believe. You believe, for example, I'm not ready. It's going to bring about an emotion. That emotion is fear or hesitation. The third is that your emotion now engineers your behavior. Your behavior is that you're delaying action. You're just busy doing nothing. And then number four is that you now have evidence. See, I'm not ready. And then five is reinforcement. The loop repeats again. So you believe something, the belief is programming an emotion or projecting an emotion, which turns to behavior, which gives you evidence to support your bad belief and thereby reinforcing your belief. So you didn't step into strongholds in one day. It's belief, it's repeated small habits that were consistently repeated. Or you could say something like, oh, I'm not qualified to raise my prices. I'm not qualified to raise my prices. So a lot of times we're looking for the aesthetics, we're looking at people that are doing certain things. And do you know the worst part? Right? Some of these people that you feel are all that, they actually are not. Some of these people that are giving you hypertension, making you feel like, it's mostly branding and packaging, but in real life, they are not worth much insult. Like they don't, it's not working. What they are projecting is really, really not working. You want to be intentional about that. So that's that. So ask yourself, what's my hidden belief? How does it make me feel? What do I do because of it? And what proof is created that makes me believe that the belief is true? Write it down. You can pause this video right now, write it down. Don't filter it, just write it down. Then find out, where does this show up in my day-to-day life? Because the truth is this, most people fix behavior, but you don't realize that the real power is in the belief that sponsors and inspires and empowers that behavior. The behavior is just an act. There's something in the back end that is powering it. So the fact that you did it does not mean that that's it. We can confront you from today to tomorrow about what happened, but the truth is this, at the core of it is dealing with that faulty belief system. So, what are some common hidden beliefs that paralyze high performers? Okay, so what are some hidden behaviors? Number one, or hidden beliefs. Number one is I must be perfect before I'm seen. I must be perfect before I'm seen. So you're hiding behind polishing, you're hiding behind edits, you're hiding behind over preparation. Or the idea that, oh, I'll be judged if I stand out. And so you stay small, you blend in, you don't share your ideas publicly, you're just hiding. Or the idea of, oh, I'm not as good as them. And so you compare yourself. You constantly downplay your unique genius. You constantly belittle yourself, make yourself small. Or you can say, oh, it's safer to be needed than to be paid. And so you overgive for free and you are afraid to ask for real value. Or you say, oh, it's too late for me. My window is closed. So you stay busy helping others. I don't know which one hits you the hardest. And you want to ask yourself, what part of my life or what success in my life have I avoided because of this belief? What is the real cost of this thing? Because the real cost is not that you're not doing it, the real cost is like the back end consequence of this action. Do you see the back end consequence? What's happening in the back end? That's the real cost. And it's important that you know what the real cost is. All right. So I want to teach you the break method. The break method. The break method is teaching you how to rewrite your belief because it's not just thinking positive. What is positive thinking? You are deceiving yourself, my dear. So, what does the break method start for? Number one, bring it to the light. Call it out. Name the exact hidden belief. Name it. Give it the name. Call it what it is. Stop hiding. Call it what it is. Number three, you want to root it. Where did it come from? Who told me this? Who told me this thing? Where did it come from? Where was the first time it was said? You know, the Bible, when you're studying, it has this law of first mention. You want to know the first mention of that thing. Where was the first time it happened? What was the experience that, brought it? And then you want to examine the evidence. Is it true or is it just familiar? You see, this is where a lot of people encounter problem because some of the things that you're believing, some of the things that you think about yourself is not actually true. It's just really familiar. Like you said it for so long that now you actually believe it's true. You've said it for so long that now you actually believe that this thing's real. Oh. This is actually how it is for me. See, that's an issue that you want to address. And then you want to assign a new belief. And when you are assigning a new belief, you want to use a superior belief. You don't want to use equal or less. You want to use something superior. Okay? When you use something superior to what you have believed. And then you want to kickstart it with proof, with new proof. So take one brave new step. Let's go through the process. Hidden belief. I'm not good enough to charge $1,000. Root. I grew up hearing, don't be greedy. Examine. Others with less skills are charging more. Others with less things are charging more. Assign. My skill is worthy of premium value. My skill is worthy of earning $10,000. Kickstart. Quote your new rate to two people. Tell two people. Let it scare you. Do it like you're shaking in your boots. Do it scared. Now, I want you to go back to the loop that you talked about earlier, and then I want you to run it through that system. Run it through it. Take it one by one by one by one by one. Take it that way. Be intentional. Now, when you're done, I want us to now move from insight to implementation. So, write down what's one breakthrough action I've been avoiding. What's one breakthrough action? What's one thing that if I do is going to change the game for my business? It's going to change the game in my marriage. What's that one thing that if I do, I'm going to level up in unbelievable ways? Do you see? Ask yourself that question. Be intentional. You want to ask yourself, what new belief will anchor this action? What do I need to believe about myself to ensure that I will sustain this action? Because now I know that it's not just the decision to act, it is my mindset. And then I'll ask myself, what proof will I create within the next 72 hours? What am I going to do within the next 72 hours to ensure that this is real? You want to remember that productivity without purpose, productivity without breakthroughs, is just disguised stagnation. The fact that you're busy will not shift you. The fact that you're busy will not move you. In fact, you can be busy and stuck. You can be busy and stuck. Are you with me? You can be stuck and busy. Like you can be very busy, but you're stuck. You're not moving. You're stagnated. You're plateaued. Don't let it be you. Did you hear me? Don't let it be you. Stop being busy. Sit down and work. Like real work. Sit down, create new proofs, new narratives about your life. Tell yourself new stories with your own self. Consider new perspectives about your own self. Are you with me? Be intentional about it. Be intentional. Stop being lackadaisical or this laissez faire attitude. You're keeping yourself stuck. Awesome. So thank you all so much for coming out. Thank you for joining in. I want you to just leave me a note in the comments and tell me one thing that I've said today that has just stuck with you, that you're going to take with you. You're going to work on it. You're going to build with it, and you're going to make real progress by actually doing something instead of just sitting down and hoping for the best. Like I keep saying, hope is actually not a strategy. hope will not bring results. It will take you being intentional, it will take you being focused, it will take you being driven to be able to produce the level of results that you want to see and that you want to have in what you desire to build. All right, guys, thank